So to be clear, this group that's calling itself the Galactic Federation are really part of the same structure. They're just further
Oh
up the
yeah,
chain. They are
that's
part of
what
that
people.
same negative agenda.
Yeah,
And in David Icke's words, problem, reaction, solution,
exactly.
they're offering the solution, which will be their ships coming down to take you off world when everything gets really yucky, while perpetrating and facilitating the yuckiness. So,
Yeah. The physical change on the Earth are coming from Mother Earth herself, though. That's another thing. They'll want to claim the glory of it. That things that they did have created these disasters. It's technology, or it's Nibiru, or it's whatever. They will want to claim it, but that's because they just can't ever go there and just acknowledge Mother Earth for who she is, and the power and the strength that she has herself. So she's the one that's actually going through the changes, and that's what people need to come to terms with as well.
is the group Ashtar Command affiliated with the Galactic Federation, or are they a?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep, totally.
Okay. And this
Yeah, it's all part of
council.
this. You can understand how big this umbrella is, and it's all compartments within this massive umbrella because, where does it go to? I can tell you where it goes to. It goes all the way up to these beings, and then it goes up to collective hive minds and like massive pools of consciousness. We're talking about, if you want to get really technical on it, it basically is real dark consciousness from the universe that controls all this. So the lower manifestation of it is the Galactic Federation and the Illuminatis and all that. They're all just part of this massive structure because it's not just our galaxy. This goes it's an intergalactic cabal, and it goes out into the universe. It's big.
So is there a difference between Galactic Federation of Light and Galactic Council of Light? Are they two different groups?
Yeah, two different things because the Galactic Council has to do with the beings who are part of the management group that have manifested life here in this galaxy, and we have come in from out there to help do that, and we work in line with the Creator of the universe. So we are what I would consider the organic council, if you want to use terms that help people to understand it in a better way. We are the organic council. We are not a political group or a made-up group, a religious group, nothing like that. It's just beings who are here managing things because we are all co-creators with the Creator, and we work with the Creator, with God, whatever you want to call it. And we're here incarnate on Earth. Everybody is, who's part of the real organic spiritual hierarchy of creation. We're all here. You're one of them. I'm one of them. There's so many of us here, and we're all taking responsibility for our creations and for our management.
Speaking of organic, let's move on to organic ascension and what that looks like. That's a confusing issue for people because we've got no concepts, we've got no frame of reference, we've got nothing to go on. So what does organic ascension mean? What does it look like?
Yeah, currently you may not have, but you do because of cycles in the past. So soon people will awaken from within, and it won't be an issue. There won't be question. There'll be no doubt. There'll be no uncertainty. It'll just be a knowing, and that's why I say to people, just relax and don't buy into the drama, because the drama will want to make you feel insecure. It'll want to make you feel uncertain about things, and they want you swimming in this ocean of uncertainty because that's how you get more easily manipulated when you're not sure about anything. So, that's when I say people say remain centered, to go within yourself and know that the knowledge and the wisdom of this ascension is within you, and it will become apparent. It's become apparent to me. It's become apparent to many. I know that you feel it because of the discussions that we've had, and your vibration tells me as well. So there's people that already know about how it should be and what feels right to them, and that's what I'm sharing. And this is what it's amazing for me sharing these messages, because there is only one truth in the universe, and that's the way things are. And this ascension, this organic ascension, is one that will happen naturally. It will happen with ease and grace, and it will happen the knowing of it will come from within us. So we've already got that because it's our connection to life is within. The kingdom of heaven is within, lies within, is what a great man once said. And all the teachings of all the other cultures point to the same philosophy.
This ascension process, is it something that happens in a moment on the 21st of December 2012, or is it something that is happening now, gradually building and building, and we have the ability to ascend tomorrow if we want to? We don't have to wait till December, or is it that moment in time?
Yeah, it's not just that moment in time. It's happening now. It has been happening for some time, decades. Well, it's been the whole journey for the last, especially this cycle of 26,366 years on this timeline. But the foundational timeline is actually 24,832 years. So it's two different timelines. One's fixed, one's the illusionary timeline with the acceleration curve on it, which I talk about on my website for those people who, don't quite get all that bit. So it's got to do with we've been on it for this whole time with all our lifetimes that we've had. And if we just take this lifetime into consideration, it is now happening in a very accelerated way. And when we actually do start to ascend, when we go, there's going to be like openings that will just happen in this reality, and we'll walk through those openings. I like to call them doorways because it's just a label that people can come to terms with. There will be other openings that will occur, as in the way of technological stargates, and they are not part of the natural ascension. They will be pathways to other worlds and to other realities which are not a part of this organic ascension. The organic path to the true light is to stay with Mother Earth and to see the journey through with her, because you've come to incarnate on her body to be here with her. And once we reconnect with that knowing, that understanding, then that journey of taking it with her and walking through these openings into a higher vibratory realm, then that will just feel right for you. If it doesn't feel right for you, then whatever feels right for you, take that path. That's the other point I want to make. If people want to go with the Galactic Federation of Light and that feels right to them, then take that journey, because it's about a soul path. So I'm not here trying to force anyone to go anywhere. I'm just trying to get people to remember the organic path, and people are feeling it inside of themselves. They're like, yeah, that feels right. This Galactic Federation business doesn't feel right, which you verbalised earlier. And it's amazing how many emails I'm getting from all over the world saying exactly that, and how relieved they are because finally someone's out there talking and saying, exposing them for what they really are. And so many people have felt uncomfortable with them for so long, but no one said anything. And yeah, it's kind of like that paradigm that gets created. Everybody's too scared to talk. At the moment the first person does, like, yep, that's it, yeah. Oh, phew. It's kind of like that. So it's there's the organic path, and when we go through to this higher dimension, that's not ascension, that's going back. We're reascending to the fifth dimension, but it's there that the real ascension happens, in that realm, because the goings on out here on this level of reality, Mother Earth needs to cleanse herself and clean her physical body up, and that is going to be, everything here has to go. The whole physical environment has to go, has to deconstruct, because she's becoming a being of light, as we are. So.
And if I understand it correctly, that part of it, the Earth becoming a star, is one way of putting it, happens between December 2012 and March 2013. So if you're still on the planet as we know it at that point in time, if you haven't been picked up by your galactic family, if you haven't gone with a Galactic Federation starship and you haven't gone through an organic ascension process, and you're still with the Earth at that point in time, there's no surviving that. There's no surviving these Earth changes. No,
they'll be so severe, no one will survive them. Because this reality will cease to exist. This level, this vibratory layer, this layer of vibration will cease to exist.
So when you talk about
a being of light.
When you talk
So
about
from
frequencies and dimensions, you talk about coming down through each one. So you're saying the third will no longer exist,
all the fourth, third and
or
fourth will
fourth.
no longer exist. Or fourth will no longer exist.
So what happens to those beings, like you talked about before, the reptilians and
If
the
they don't
greys?
leave, yeah, if they do not leave, then they will perish.
But
That's
if
the
they can't
reality.
penetrate through to the fifth, what happens to them? They just cease to be. Nothing ceases to be, though, does it?
Oh no, it'll be like they'll physically die, but then they'll reincarnate somewhere else. They'll either lose their physical bodies here, like when someone dies now, where do they go? They either, they go back home or they go off to another reality, depending on their soul journey. It's not just one destination for everyone that dies. It's not like that.
Mm.
People are coming and going from all different levels and all different places. So, wherever that individual soul path is, that's where they go. And so if you've come from the fourth dimension and you've incarnated on Earth and you've had a lot of negative experiences, then you're on a descending path. Then you will then maybe either go back home and share the experiences, or you will end up going back into the third dimension somewhere and reincarnating somewhere in the third dimension. So, it depends on the path. Some are coming from the third and going back up to the fourth. Everybody's on their own soul journey. It's not one fits all.
This is um, this is interesting in terms of how we're all feeling the changes on a personal level. For as long as I
Yeah.
can remember, I've been a wanting to save the world kind of crusader and wake everybody up. But
Mm.
over the last few months, that's changed.
Mm.
And on one level, it feels like a lack of compassion, which is surprising me. But on the other level, it feels like a greater understanding of the fact that we are all on an individual path, and I can't change anybody's story, I can't change anybody's path. I just need to be and allow them to be. But I'm struggling with the conflict in feeling like it's a lack of compassion. And aren't I supposed to be getting more compassionate? And not, so there's
Yeah.
that internal struggle. But I'm also
Yeah.
noticing I'm not the only
Been
one
there,
going
done
there.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, went through it all, shed lots of tears, used to watch the TV, kids starving in Africa, bawling my eyes out, people being beaten by police, just getting so worked up about that. Been there, done that. At times it still bothers me, but very few and far between. I've really learnt the art of detachment, and I'm not disconnected, I'm not cold. It's not about that. And it's really understanding that there's so many people on their journeys, and these are all experiences that they wanted to have. I mean, we created our lives. Every experience we've had is because we wanted to have it, and it's about taking responsibility, not playing the blame game. So, if you're feeling this urge, you have to get out there and save the world. Well, we're doing it. You and I having this interview, we're playing our role in the movie. If you want to look at it like a movie, there's all these characters and everyone's playing a role in this drama, in this movie. And you get to the point where you realise that it's unhealthy, not only for you but for others, because you create what's called a positive imbalance. You become a do-gooder, and you interfere too much in a positive way into someone's life, and you put them out of balance. It's not a good thing. It's like a mother who spoils a child. Too much positive love is no good in this reality. That's life.
I've seen the evidence of that in my own life. Absolutely.
Yep.